Francis Urias Peters. To really know who I am, you must look at the plays that I've written over the past 30 years, because they reflect hard work, discipline, and my inner beliefs. Now, these values were shaped by my earlier bringings, because I was always curious about my roots and my identity as a Caribbean man. Now, I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
Everyone, good morning. It's the second hour of the mid-morning buzz here on Classic FM. And we say welcome to those of you viewing on GBN television and those of you on the social streams. It is Monday, March 2nd, 2020. And of course, great things happen in the month of March. And one of the biggest and best things that happened, and it's been happening for quite a while, well, Grenada Save the Children Development Agency, which we all know as GrenSave, they normally put on a really great festival, food and music and arts and crafts and all of that. But mostly we go for the food, right? And this year is no exception. GrenSave's International Food and Drink Festival, it is on this Saturday. That is Saturday, the 7th of March, 2020. And it's a pleasure to have with us Mr. Damani Brazan. He is the director of GrenSave, and he's here with us this morning. Good morning, Damani.
Good morning, Brenda, and good morning to all the listeners and the viewers.
Yes. So before we get into the food and drink bar and all of that, if you can tell us a little bit more of the work of GrenSave. I mean, GrenSave has been around for
quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
GrenSave has been around for over 30 years as GrenSave. Mm-hmm. But before that, GrenSave was CanSave, and it was Canada Save the Children Agency. GrenSave, basically, the mission is to assist in the rural communities, and in particular with the underprivileged children of the country. So we have preschools. We have two preschools, one in Dunfermline, one in St. Patrick's, and that is ongoing. Okay. We normally do scholarships for students who cannot afford school. So we pay for their lunch, their transportation, and other things like that. So GrenSave basically would be assisting needy children of Grenada.
Okay. I know they were involved in like craft and all of those things before. I think I remember some folks used to. Was it a women's group?
Yes, Grants. I mean, now it's different in terms of our scope and the amount of things we do. Grant was also in charge of PAM at one point in time.
That's right. That's right.
So you're right about all
the
these
program fathers and mothers.
all these activities.
That's right.
So now it's just the children, the underprivileged children, the less fortunate children of the land, and that's basically what the annual food and drink festival is geared at, raising funds to assist those students
is that
children.
Your biggest fundraiser?
That is the biggest fundraiser of Grand Save.
So it's this Saturday.
Yes,
coming
this Saturday.
And tell us what's happening.
Okay, so this year we are celebrating 25 years, so it's our 25th anniversary of the International Food and Drink Fest. Already 25 years, and we have to thank those founding persons who came up with this great idea. People like Dr. Julie Dubois, Brenda Hood, and others. They pioneered this activity, and we're just continuing it. And this year we have a lot in store. Of course, we have an entertainment package, and we try to showcase a lot of the children. So we have the PBC choir. They'll be putting on about a 45-minute show for us there. Also, the Conception Dance Theatre, the children, the children group there. Boca Secondary School Orchestra, they have one of the best in the land. They're awesome.
Well supported by Netherlands Insurance.
Yes, they are. And then we doing some local acts. Some of the persons who would be participated in the digital best talent.
The top talent.
Top talent like Jarrell and Josh. They'll be making guest appearances. Also trying to get a little drama. So I'm still working on it, but that should come true too. So a wide mix of entertainment, but it's not only entertainment. The food is the most important thing. We have a wide amount of countries. We have Nigeria, Cuba, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Italy, Mexico, Barbados, St. Vincent, of course Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. We can't leave us out. Trinidad and Tobago, and the list goes on. And everybody tried to put out their best.
That's true.
And the food is all of that particular country. So if you never had Mexican food yet, come and have some Mexican food. If you never had Italian food yet, come and have some Italian food. Nigerian, and that roast pig from Cuba. It's just
and the black bean and rice.
And the black bean and rice, it's awesome.
Good stuff. It's good. Good. So, and of course, Trinidad and Tobago.
Of course, Trinidad and Tobago, the bus-up shirt and the curry and the pilau. Trinidad do the pilau different to Grenada.
Yes. So they just add some extra zingers in it.
Yeah, and of course we'd have the Grenadian ones also, but
anything from the Far East.
The Far East this year, unfortunately, they would not be participating. They had some constraints, and of course we're glad to have them over the years. They've been wonderful. That's Lebanon, Syria, and Jordan. They normally used to do some fabulous dishes too.
Yeah, things that we've never seen. I've tried their things,
before, but not this year.
Okay.
But the festival would still be good because we have like Italy and Mexico and so on who were never there before.
All right. So how many nations are we displaying?
I think we have about 15 nations.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
This year.
Fantastic. 15 is good.
15 is good.
Yeah.
And of course the arts and craft. So there will be the arts and craft on display from various vendors across Grenada. They would be coming and display their products.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. And where is it happening this year?
Oh, yes. So it would be at the Grenada Trade Center from 12 noon to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And try not to be too late, because some people complain when they reach like 4 and all the good food is gone.
Yes, 4 is too late.
Yeah, so
I can tell you that.
there would be food still, but still we want you to come to see everything and you choose what exactly you want. The admission is $5 adults and children free.
Okay, children free and $5 adult. And the contribution could be more as well, because at the end of the day you're giving to the agency. So
you can if you want.
Right.
I could also mention, normally what we do at this event too, we invite all the children homes.
Right.
So we have the Queen Elizabeth home that they would be coming, the Bel Air home, Father Maligan home for boys. We invite all them, and when they come, we would make them have a good time. So they do the bouncing castle, they get their face painting, they get free ice cream, they get free food, free drink. So it's a fun day for these children.
Right. And really and truly, it's for them. So why shouldn't they experience
for these children,
wonderful? That is fantastic. So Saturday, the Grenada Trade Center, and I'm sure we're going to be using up the yard and
It's
everything.
the yard, it's the yard and the annex, not the main hall.
Right. Okay.
It's outdoor.
The grounds
and the gazebo.
The grounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah,
Yes,
that's nicer. That's nicer. I'm sure we're going to have a nice fair day.
Yes.
Kind of like what we had on Saturday.
We look at that already. We're supposed to be fair, but you never know.
No,
but it still would happen.
You never know what the master have on that day for us. Yeah, good. So it is the 25th?
25th, yes. Silver Jubilee.
Wow. And that is real. Congratulations. I mean,
thank you.
The thing is, there are things in Grenada that, start and we never hear about them again. But we really, we have to laud and applaud everything that folks continue. And not just do it to do it or do it for posterity, but do it because it's successful, it keeps getting better. And, people actually look forward to it. Yeah, so that is great. And it's for a good cause.
It is.
It is for a good cause. Folks might want to know how they can volunteer for GrandSave.
Okay, so GrandSave basically is a non-profit, non-governmental organization. And anyone can assist to be a member. We normally have AGMs, and at the AGM we would invite interested persons. So if you're interested, you could always call the office. The office is on St. John Street, next to the legal aid clinic.
Legal aid and counseling clinic.
Right. The number is 440-2448. So if you're interested in being a member, you could always call, give your contact, and we would appreciate it, because again, it is to assist the children of the nation, and all help is needed.
Yeah. As you mentioned the children, just going back to Saturday, other than the food stalls and so on, are there any special attractions for them?
Well, of course, there would be the children village.
Okay.
The children village, you have the bouncing castles, the face painting, we have horseback riding, and of course the children and the entertainment, mainly youth and children.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So entire families could come on.
It's an entire family event. It's a family event. You could bring
turn down your pot and just.
You could turn down your pot and just come down with your family.
Saturday, right? Spend the day.
And spend the day with us.
Spend the afternoon down at the Grenada Trade Center with GrandSave, and it is the 25th Food and Drink Festival. Admission $5 and children absolutely free. And 12 p.m. to 6.
To 6.
Right. From lunchtime to dinner time.
Lunchtime to dinner time, so you can eat your lunch or you can eat your dinner.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you could even have tea time there too.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
You can have your
you
tea
can have
time.
your tea time.
Yeah, because there would be pastries and so on.
Nice. Y'all cover.
Cover everything.
Y'all cover the eating calendar there for the day. All right, breakfast, you could have a little tea and just wait
Well, eat a little salad.
to load up.
Eat a little salad for your breakfast, so you know you come in empty.
As I say, just have some, like a spice tea or lemongrass or something, or some cocoa tea or something so. And then, you just wait and head down to the trade center. All right, Damani?
Yes.
Good. So that's exciting. Well, hats off, and we look forward to that. Anything else you want to share with the viewers and listeners before we say goodbye to you?
No, I just want to encourage everybody to come out on Saturday to support us. Remember, it's 12 noon at the Grenada Trade Center. The cost is $5, and it goes from for 6 hours, 12 to 6 p.m. And you wouldn't regret it. It would be an entertaining day. Even though you don't buy anything, you have good entertainment.
Right. Come and meet friends, see friends, and have
because I know these days all people looking at their health.
Well, who knows?
But you have to
there
also.
might be things there they can.
But there would be things there for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the health conscious ones.
Okay, good. All right. Well, again, I'd just like to invite everybody and encourage you to go on out on Saturday and participate as you help the Grenada Save the Grenada Save the Children Development Agency. Grenada Save just stuck in my head there. As they continue developing and doing advocacy, guidance, support work to improve the quality of life of children in Grenada. So go on out and let's support that activity on the weekend. Damani, there's some people on Facebook saying good morning. I don't know, they probably know you.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
All right.
Hope to see you all on Saturday.
Well, they say they're in New York and good cold Toronto. So they probably won't be flying in for Saturday.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
Well,
so we'll enjoy for as Isaac and Darren. We'll enjoy for you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much, and best wishes on Saturday's event.
Thanks.
This is the Mid-Morning Buzz. We take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, the sub-office at Belmont Estate, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away. 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grencu.org. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
I ain't working now. Can't work this weekend. The vibe's too nice. I ain't working now. Weekend is for like men. The vibe vibe's too nice, I ain't working. No way, no way, no way, no way. Here we go. Monday, first day of the week, your shot well press and your back well park. Tuesday is going real slow and you're praying for the day to go by fast. Wednesday is the middle of the week and you're praying for Friday come back again. Thursday, man, you're fighting sleep. Your manager see and it's more problem. Friday, start everybody wake up. Ladies in the mirror doing makeup. Your shot rumble when you're taking bus. You're ready for Friday. So I'm say, after work, pay a gal, what do them here? Time to wax up them shopping for near. Fella shape, don't time to drink some beers. You're ready for Friday. Here we go. Trust me, I ain't working. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working now. Can't work this weekend. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working now. Weekend is for life, man. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working. No way, no way, no way, no way. Question, you working this weekend? No, 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 no. Are you working this weekend? No, 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 no. Are you stressing? Agree?
See it first on GBN. All the stories, from politics to industrial unrest. Tourism.
Light it up. Light it up. Station to Grenada.
Entertainment. Sports and culture.
Great shot there of Anderson Peter from Grenada, the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist.
See more on GBN, your most credible source for information. Nightly at 7.
Stormport careless or intentional bushfires, dead out. Youths, hunters, smokers, let's prevent bushfires.
To the mid-morning buzz, it is 25 minutes gone past 11 o'clock, and we continue with our interviews and the 5th annual Carol Bristol Distinguished Lecture Series 2020. It is on tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 3rd of March, is happening at the Grenada Trade Center's Annex, and
10th of March.
the 10th of March. Why saying tomorrow? Is it Tuesday the 10th of March? Lord. Tuesday the 10th. Why saying tomorrow? Because tomorrow is Tuesday.
Yes.
It's Tuesday, March 10th at the Grenada Trade Center Annex in Grand Dance. And it is the 5th annual Carol Bristol Distinguished Lecture Series. And the featured speaker will be Dr. Didicus Jules. Of course, Dr. Didicus Jules, he's the OECS Director General of the OECS. And the topic would be Children Go to School and Learn Well, Challenges in Education in the Caribbean. But before we get to that, of course, heading up that is the University of the West Indies, UE, the Open Campus. And it's a pleasure to have with us this morning the head of UWI Open Campus here in Grenada, our own Dr. Nicole Phillip Dow. Good morning.
Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, listeners.
And viewers.
And viewers.
And onliners.
And onliners.
And all of that. Wonderful. Well, it's really nice to have you here. And again, congratulations, UWI, for getting to the 5th. Just the other day we had the 1st.
Yes.
I remember when we did that interview. Mm-hmm. So here we are. But instead, UWI, you take charge of things like these lecture series, educating and advocacy and sensitization and so on, and various things across the Caribbean. But here at home at our open campus, you've been the head and so on. What's going on? Tell us what's happening.
Well, on a wider scale, we are now 5 campuses, not 4 anymore. We now have 4 landed campuses, recently added the 5 Islands campus in Antigua. And of course, we are the open campus, which makes us very special because we are online and we are in 17 Caribbean countries with 44 locations. So that for the person who cannot travel, for whatever reason, or doesn't want to leave home, there is an open campus in almost every Caribbean island that you can do your degree at home and online.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So most of our students tend to be mature persons. The majority of our students are mature persons. For Grenada, this semester we have 452 students.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And 14 of them are from Carriacou.
Nice.
Yes. And we're really very happy with the number of students that we have. Degrees are bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and we do have PhDs. And at least one of our PhDs is from Carriacou at the moment.
Nice.
And one of the things I want to highlight is the fact that we have graduation every year. And graduation sometimes is in Grenada, sometimes it's in another island. But what has been striking over the last couple of years is the number of first-class honors coming out of Grenada.
Yes.
That people are recognizing the value of their education and are really taking it seriously and are doing exceptionally well. And a lot of these persons are moms and dads and they're working, so they're juggling family, they're juggling work, but they're still putting their best foot forward. So for persons who are thinking, oh, I can't do this, trust me, you can. You really can. And when you see the success stories of students, it really makes you feel good that you can do this. It is really possible. It is really, really possible.
It's funny you mentioned that because the last graduation, when I was following it on the Facebook Live, the UE feed, and they got to, first class honors and just Grenada, when they got to Grenada, I was like, I just keep screaming. So like, wow. I was rather impressed and rather elated. For my island, the fact that we have that quality in terms of education coming out of Grenada.
We do, and we really should be proud of it. We really should be proud. We try to offer professional development courses as well. So for
that's
the person,
important.
Yeah. So if you're thinking, well, I need to up my game just a little bit at work. We have 10-week courses that we do, and then we also have 1-year programs that we started last year. So this academic year, we're running one in early childhood. We have 47 teachers doing the early childhood education with us for the year.
Fantastic. I'm happy to hear that.
We have occupational health and safety, and quite a number of the businesses have come on board to do that one.
Good.
So we normally do the short ones are like about 10 weeks. So in May, we have customer service coming up, the art of public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and introduction to marketing. And that marketing course, we want to specifically push it because it's going to be a precursor to digital marketing that we want to do in September.
That's where the world is heading.
Yes, that's where the world is heading. So if you're thinking, I want to do digital marketing, you should come to us in May, get the foundations, and then you can move on to digital marketing come September.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
I remember that.
What's interesting is that persons start the professional development and you see the trepidation, they're not too sure. And then by the time they're done, it's like, okay, I can do this. So now I can do my first degree.
Great,
Yeah,
great.
so it acts as a stepping stone in many instances.
Yeah.
Many instances.
Yes,
It does.
Yes.
Yes, it
I guess it just kind of opens up, the mind to the
Yes.
possibilities of, all the things that that can be done.
That can be done, exactly. Exactly. It does.
In terms of the, you say that you have the demographic, the folks that are working and moms and dads and so on. In terms of gender, though, how does that rank? Now, I have to ask.
Yes,
I mean,
we do have
about challenges.
I would say about 85% female.
Yeah.
Yes. We do have more women than men doing the degrees. So I'm asking the men to step forward, please. Yes. Because we would really like to have more of them, doing their degrees online or starting the professional development courses and then taking the next step.
Okay.
And that kind of leads us into our lecture this year because it's not just about education challenges in the region, but we've asked Dr. Jules to look specifically at the issue of boys and the education of boys in the region and what are the challenges with the education of boys, what are the flaws, what are the weaknesses, ways in which we can change it, ways in which we can fix it. Because you're seeing the boys enter the primary schools and then you see them leave the primary schools.
Right.
You see entrance into secondary school and then somewhere along the line they drift off.
Right.
And we have to figure out why they're drifting and how we can get them back online. Because of course we're seeing it at the tertiary level because we have more females than males actually doing tertiary education. So we really need to change that outlook. And it's not just Grenada, it's the entire region. It's not just Grenada. So it's something we need to talk about and find ways to fix it. This year, we thought not only just to have the lecture, but to have an added dimension. So we've asked a representative from the Royal Grenada Police Force to speak, and the Deputy Commissioner has agreed to speak on the possible linkages between the flawed education system and juvenile delinquency.
Right, there is a link.
Yes.
There is a link,
To tell us about it, so at least we are aware of what's happening.
Right.
And ways in which we can make a difference.
Right.
Ways in which we can change that. So we thought probably that is a way to look at Grenada specifically and find ways that we can make some changes and make some sort of a difference. So the lecture's a little bit different this year because we thought we wanted to have that extra dimension.
That's value
to it, yes, that extra value. Dimension to it.
That's
really
good, right?
Yes. So the original date of the lecture was Thursday coming. It was the 5th. And we had to change it. Dr. Jules had another engagement, a regional engagement that could not be shifted. So we shifted it to the 10th of March. So the first set of invitations we sent out, our save the date, said the 5th, but it's really next week, Tuesday, which is the 10th of March.
Good.
So we're really encouraging persons to come out to the lecture, in particular teachers. Primary, secondary school, tertiary, so that you can better understand what's happening.
Right.
You can be able to ask questions of Dr. Jules, of Mr. Redhead, So it helps you in your own classroom.
Right.
So we really
right.
want to encourage
Yeah.
teachers,
Parents as well.
and parents as well
Mhm.
to come out to this lecture.
Yeah.
We really want to encourage.
No, seriously.
Seriously
Yeah.
encourage them
Yeah.
to come out. Yeah?
I am piqued. So, yeah, because I know it's been a moment since we've been noticing that there is this thing, boys just dropping off, and I remember having a conversation with some boys, and basically boys that came from single parent household where it was just a mom, and a boy telling me that well, Miss Brenda, one of the problem too, just so he put it, he said, Miss Brenda, one of the problem too, he really had no male teachers in school in there. So he liked to vibe with, he wish he had, because home was an issue.
Right.
So he wished when he went to school,
there was a male figure there.
Yeah. And he say, miss and them just fine, I'm miserable. But maybe I think what I picked up from what he was saying was if there was a male teacher, maybe he could have, So there was a morning, when I was hosting Good Morning Grenada, I asked a question and I got really interesting feedback. And there was quite a few people who supported the fact that even some former teachers and so-called and supported the fact that male teachers in the classroom is really important when it comes to male students.
Yes.
And maybe that's part of the dichotomy of this whole thing. But if, as you has highlighted, if they're falling out after tertiary, they won't end up in the classroom.
Exactly. Yep. So those who make it on, we still have more women in tertiary education. So we need to see how we can change that so that they can get back into the classroom and be some form of encouragement to the boys as role models to the boys.
Yeah.
Because if there isn't a role model at home, they'll be looking for one at school. So we actually need to find someone at school, and sometimes school is one thing, but we also look at the wider community. Community. That's why community groups are so important.
True.
Sports is so important.
Yes.
That they see there's a male figure that they can look up to, that they can respect. Exactly.
Playing pan, being in a pan side, and all
exactly. That sort of camaraderie, they actually need that, and it makes a difference.
It does.
Definitely makes a difference.
It really does.
Yeah, so these are some of the things that we want to talk about. We want to explore, to see ways in which we can help the situation. Because you think about, okay, so I come to a lecture and then what? But it's about piquing your interest, letting you understand what's actually happening. So you're aware and you're informed, and then how can I make even one small change that is going to affect the boys in my community, the boys in my church. Something that's what we're aiming for. That this
I think
is going to help.
Those sort of interactions as well, public lectures, and I guess what comes out of public lectures, they also inform policy.
Yes, they do.
And if we're really good at following up and making sure things happen, then people when they see certain things, people will be like, okay, I was at that lecture and we talked about it. You actually kind of feel like it came from you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So those things help to do that.
They do. Definitely they do.
Good. Well, I guess that's the role of the university as well.
Yes, it is. It is.
So you are fulfilling your mandate.
Yes, we are fulfilling the mandate. Part of it is outreach, reaching into the community. I think it was our Vice Chancellor said we're not just made to stand pretty. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Professor Beckles, we're not just made just to stand pretty, and but we're made to reach out into the community and meet people and interact and see ways in which we can help.
Yes. And your featured speaker, Dr. Jules, of course, there is an affinity with Grenada and all that. So
he is Director General of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. He would have served as chief executive officer for CXC for quite a number of years.
Yeah.
So he does have that experience, and of course, I dare say he has a special love for us because he would have been PS education in the period of the Grenada Revolution.
That's correct.
His
Yeah.
formative years. Yes, so he does hold his PhD in education policy, and he's a UB graduate as well. So he is well able
Yeah.
to talk about things related to education within the Caribbean region and some of the challenges.
I follow him online, and he always makes some very sterling contributions. They're very practical. They're things you could put your finger on.
Right.
You know, while he's of academia, but still, I guess he brings that in a very simple and practical way. And he continues to say that, you know, skills, we're really not focusing on skills.
Exactly.
You know, the way our syllabus is structured, you know, the things we pay attention to, or, you know, what we call prestige.
Right.
And it's not in line with our development goals.
Our development goals, exactly. And we have to be very aware of that and make the changes that needs to be made. We really don't have much of a choice. We have to do it.
You see, boy, you're onto something. You're onto something there. I posted something, you know, you're onto something. You talk about changes. You're onto something. Only yesterday, I posted something online. Actually, you know, that is from Dr. Jules. I got it, you know.
Okay.
Weird. Yes, look at that. Yes, I did. It was from Timothy Entwine, the governor of the central bank.
Right.
Dr. Jules posted that on his page, and it was a quote from the governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, our own, Timothy Entwine. And he said, we can't change our history. We can't change our geography, but we can change our trajectory.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Well said.
Yeah.
Very well said.
So y'all are lined up.
Yes, very well said.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. I think what we need is builders, you know, so the university, folks like you guys, you know, all of these people in private, public sector and so on, because it wouldn't happen alone in just
it can't.
by political leadership.
No.
You know, we need a bigger movement of people to move our region forward, you know?
Exactly. Quite agree. Definitely. So we are very happy to be part of this process of enlightening people and seeking to make change.
Yeah.
Positive change for the region.
Yeah.
And in this case, positive change for our boys.
Yes. Yeah. While we all, I mean, oh gosh, we throw it in their face, all women and power and thing, you know. We can't leave our men behind.
No, we can't. It's just amazing that historically how things have changed, because we came from a position where it was all male dominated, and then the balance started shifting, and now it's more females to the forefront. But in doing that, now we have the men falling on the wayside. So we have to be very careful to get the proper balance. Yes, you want to get
Nicole,
the proper
they say we're showing off.
I wouldn't say we're showing off, however. I think the balance is what is necessary.
Yes.
The balance is necessary.
Yes.
Absolutely necessary.
We can't. We have to, we have to put them up. We need, and that's it. We need more men. We need men as mentors, as you know. And so when you see the passing of people like Sir Royston and Mr. Noel, Dennis
Mr.
Noel, and Mr. Sherman, and all these great Grenadian men who, you know, basically built from the ground up.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, okay, where's the next one? Raise your hand.
Right.
It's like,
so we have to build up our men. We definitely have to. And this is one way of finding out about it and trying to make whatever changes we can. And sometimes it's a small change, but that small change can. How do I interact with my son as opposed to how do I interact with my daughter.
Right.
From the perspective of a parent now.
Right.
From the perspective of a teacher.
Exactly.
How do I interact with the girls? Do I interact with them differently? How do I interact with the boys? Do
Good
boys
point.
learn differently to
Good
the way
point.
girls learn?
Good point.
And these are probably some of the things we need to talk about.
Good
so
point.
if you find out, then you know, okay, I can't do this with a boy, but probably if I try it with the girls, it might work, but I have to try something different if I want to reach the boys.
Yeah. I interviewed somebody here, Anthony Bridgman, Dr. Anthony Bridgman. I
Right.
interviewed him here one time. He came to do some work with the teachers, and he did point out how boys are engaged differently to girls. There is some science there to prove that is the case.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's about knowing these things as a teacher, knowing these things as a parent, so that you understand it, and then you can make that change and change a child's life. By something probably very small and very simple, you can change a child's life. Make a drastic difference.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things we really want to talk about.
Oh my God.
So I'm really hoping people come out to the lecture, as many as possible.
Yes.
Fill the Trade Center.
It's a Trade Center annex.
Yes, we can fill the Trade Center annex
Right.
and talk about this burning issue
Right.
and try to find some answers and solutions.
I suspect it's going to be very engaging
Yes.
and well attended. I mean, all the lectures you've had have been very well attended.
Yes, we've normally had
I
quite
think I've been to all but one, I believe.
last year.
Yeah. How you know?
I missed you.
You're taking notes.
Yes, I'm taking notes.
Where was I last year?
Yes.
Oh, I was in Barbados.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Barbados that week. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah. I've attended all but one.
Yes.
Yeah. You come away so edified and enriched
Yes, you do.
by those engagements. So
You really
right.
do. So we really encourage everybody who wants to come to come. It's an open invitation to the general public to come, and we really want to encourage parents and teachers to make a special effort to come out next Tuesday, 6:30 at the Trade Center Annex.
Absolutely.
And you can bring your boys as well. No harm done.
You know something? Yes. Seriously.
Bring your sons.
Seriously.
sons
Maybe
as
even, maybe boys' schools can bring a couple
Well, we've
of the
sent
young
out
men.
invitations to the schools, and we've invited all of the schools.
Because
and
you know
we've
what?
invited them to bring students.
You know what? It'd be very interesting to hear their perspective.
Their perspective, exactly.
And their experiences. It'd be very interesting to hear from them.
Yes.
You know?
True.
Yeah.
I think it was
that would help inform the process.
inform the process.
Yeah.
I think it was not last year. I think the year before, we had a student from TAM-CC who stood up and asked some really good questions, very engaging questions.
Oh, yes.
So you'd be amazed how the
she tore the house down. Yeah.
How the students, their perspective and how they see things.
Yeah.
So it's really good to expose them to that sort
Her
of stuff.
contributions, I remember, changed the tone of the room.
Yes, it did.
Because it was going in a particular direction.
Yes.
And then from the mouth of babes came some wisdom. And the whole thing changed.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. Oh, yes. So TAM-CC students, SGU students, UWI students, all invited.
Great. Wonderful.
All invited to come.
We look forward to that.
Yes,
right?
we do.
And again, of course, if you're looking to earlier on, you probably heard Dr. Dow spoke of some of the new things they'll be doing at the open campus. You can give them a call at 440-2451. That's the number, right?
Yes.
Right. And any email address?
I'm very horrible with email addresses.
Okay, all right.
But the best option I would say is to go to the website.
Okay.
www.open.uwi.edu.
Right. Okay, and all the information.
And all the information
Good.
comes up, so you can see everything that's available at the open campus.
Right.
Yep. And if you want to call us in Grenada, you can chat with us. Yep. But once you go onto the website, you see all the degrees, bachelor's, master's,
and
PhDs,
what's required,
and all of the information.
All right. It's like, okay, good. Right.
Yes, definitely.
Go there. So wonderful. It's been a pleasure. I won't be shaking hands this week. I think we all need to start to take better care of ourselves.
Yes, we do.
And we all need to prevent. So cyber hugs and blessings. Lisa Taylor, when she was on the way out this morning, she was like, namaste. I'm like, yeah, because that's it. She said in church yesterday, somebody said that's the best way to greet now. Because normally we greet each other with a hug. So I was getting ready to hug Lisa, and she was like, namaste. I'm like, what's up with you? So namaste. Yeah, we do. We have to protect ourselves and our families.
Yes, we do.
Because you just don't know.
You just don't know.
You just don't know.
True.
All right. So it's a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and keep up the good work.
Thank you
at UWI. And of course, you're doing this in collaboration with Co-op Bank again.
We definitely do it in collaboration with Co-op Bank again. This is the 5th year that Co-op has been doing this with us.
Wonderful.
And we're really happy for their support.
Okay.
They've been a great corporate sponsor. And we want to encourage them to stay with us.
I'm sure they will. They will. It's a great fit for them.
It is. And we're really very grateful for that.
Wonderful. So, yes, that's it. Speaking with Dr. Nicole Phillip Dow. She's the head of UWI Open Campus here in Grenada. And the University of the West Indies, the Open Campus, in collaboration with the Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, present the 5th annual Carol Bristol Distinguished Lecture Series. And the featured speaker this year, Dr. Didicus Jules, Director General of the OECS, and he was the former head of CXC. And the topic is Children Go to School and Learn Well, Challenges with Education in the Caribbean. And there's also going to be a brief presentation by a representative of the Royal Grenada Police Force. You said the Deputy Commissioner?
Yes.
So that's Mr. Franklin Redhead of the RGPF. So that's next Tuesday, March 10th. The venue, the Grenada Trade Center Annex. The time, 6:30. Be there. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's our program, everyone. Have a great Monday. Stay tuned. The midday edition is up next. That's it for the Mid-Morning Buzz. I'm Brenda. So long.